Hey, I'm Summy, president of TLS Labs. We're going to install a French door today. And the reason we're going to install a French door is because as we travel around and visit homes with water intrusion problems, it's very common for the problems to focus around French doors. We see French door leaks every day during the rainy season. So we've had some really good experiences to help us learn how to correctly install and flash French doors using methods that will eliminate water intrusion problems. And I'd like to share those with you here today. We're going to use a pan system that is new. Typically what builders have used has been metal pans. And with a metal pan, you've got to have an inside vertical lip that is positioned in the correct location so that when the door sets in place, it doesn't crush the lip, and also it's close enough to the door so that the flooring contractor doesn't want to flatten it down. What we've developed is some pre-manufactured flashing corners. We call them GS Flex corners, although they are private labeled also by Top Industrial. It's a Rainbuster 425 corner. And we've developed some methods that when you use these flex corners along with a membrane material, a peel and stick membrane material, you can make custom pans for your doors that are very easy to work with. They're cost effective. In fact, they're going to be less money than a metal pan. They're going to fit your door, and they're going to be there when the door is installed, because the way I see this pan would be created and installed by the door installer. You don't need to wait for your sheet metal guy to come out with a pan. So it'll be on time, it'll be the right size, it'll be less money. It's kind of the trifecta for builders. So take a look at this system, particularly the pan system. Know that we believe that this will be very effective in preventing water intrusion problems. If you have any questions, call us, 800-310-7673. You can shoot us an email, info@tlslabs.com. And thank you very much for watching. Alright, this is our French door opening. What we're going to do is install a French door in this opening, and we're going to use a pan system. We're going to get creative though, and we're going to use a membrane pan system using some pre-made corners. Now, in an effort to protect our floor, our wood structure, we've first applied a 40 mil waterproof SAF membrane, and we're going to put a couple of slices in it and fold it onto our wood subfloor. Now it's time to apply flashing corners and assemble the rest of our pan. Okay, the first step is to apply a small amount of polyurethane sealant, and then we apply our flashing corner. This is a GS Flex A piece. Now here's where we get creative with our pan. What most people are familiar with is metal pans, and we're good with metal pans, but the problem is metal pans often don't fit, they're the wrong size, they're late on the job. So we're going to use a pan system out of using membrane products. So first we're going to apply sealant, and this is in an effort to save money, which we hear everybody wants to save money. This pan system will be less money than a metal pan. It should be quicker and just as effective. Okay, this membrane we're using does not have, it's not an SAF product. In other words, there's no release sheet. This membrane has an asphalt core. We're using something called Future Flash. This membrane does have an asphalt core. It's a rubberized asphalt core, but it does not have a sticky back. So we're able to press this into the sealant with no problem. And also because it's not sticking down, we'll be able to fold the inside up to create our inside pan termination. Note that we marked where our door ends. Percy, would you point where the and we added an inch. So we know that this membrane is extending inside the room 1 inch further than our door. Apply a very simple slice to the membrane so that it can be folded down and away. Alright, this is the basics of our pan system. This is a membrane pan. It's very well constructed, very effective, very cost effective. And what you'll see is there's a little bit of sealant squeeze out there. You can see our corners in place. There's 2 layers of membrane. This will be a very effective pan system. So this is definitely saving money over metal pans. Now, if this condition exists over a deck on a second floor or any place where a metal decking flashing needs to be applied, that metal flashing can be applied over this. So this could be set in place, and then the metal flashing from a deck would be layered on top of this, but the metal flashing would not have to have an inside vertical lip. It'll just lay flat on top of this because we're going to fold our flashing. The inside leg of our flashing is going to be folded up to create our lip, and you'll see that in just a few minutes. Alright, our pan is in, our side flashing is up, and it's time to start thinking about installing this door. Okay, this is a fairly typical door from a major manufacturer, and the situation is it doesn't have corners bridged. The side corner and top corner don't touch each other, and this is an important condition to fix, and the way we're going to fix it is with the pre-manufactured corners, the GS Flex corners. Now our sealant is in place, and we're going to press the GS Flex A corner, or if it's a top industrial job, this would be a top industrial 425A corner into place. This is a very secure way, very efficient, effective way to take care of the upper nail fin. Now then, we're going to apply sealant at the lower, for the sill of the door. Our sealant application is going to be what's called intermittent. In other words, we're going to have a bead of sealant that is not technically continuous. We're going to leave a couple of inches on the far left, and we'll leave a couple of inches on the far right. And this is in case water gets behind our system. We're going to create a path of least resistance, which will be out underneath the door. Alright, anybody that's watched our videos know that we think that the magic in window and door installation really is with the sealant application. So what we've done is we've applied about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch bead of sealant behind the nail fin on the outboard edge before the door is set in place. We started at the sill. We set the sill in first, then we tilted it up. We tilted the head into place, and you can see that the corners that we applied to our door frame do a great job of bridging that gap at the nail fin. It's also going to go a long way in keeping our door nice and plumb, because we have corners at the bottom. Now we have corners at the top, so our door dimensions are a reveal on the inside. It should be real good. Alright, before your door is screwed off, before you have the fasteners applied, you're going to want to apply shims around the door at least apply shims at your hinges. Now we think more shims are better as long as you keep the door nice and square. And again, this is before the door is fastened. Make sure you're level, square, and plumb. Set your shims, verify level, square, and plumb, and then we'll begin the fastening process. Alright, our shims are in place. We've shimmed behind all the hinges, and now it's time to begin the fastening process. We've verified level, square, and plumb.